My name is Moulaye Sissoko. I was born and raised in Mali, West Africa. I mean, growing up, I played soccer growing up, so it was a lot different back then. At first, I didn't really pay attention to basketball, but since my sister played it, so she kind of helped me, understand the game. And then I just decided to join the club at home, and I fell in love with the game.
We always wanted to be foster parents. And so back in, 2013, 2014, I started making trips to Mali, West Africa, and we put on basketball camps there. And I met Moulaye through one of the basketball camps, and then just really had a heart for the country and for the kids there. And so we started to help kids find places in America that were good fits for them.
This opportunity existed to say, hey, we could help make that happen. And for us, it was a privilege to be able to do that. And so we sort of helped connect him to schools and served as his kind of interim American parents here.
I had a conversation with my sister. She was like that can be your life ticket right here, that can really help you being successful one day if you take it seriously.
Certainly have a lot of respect for the journey that people go upon that I'm not sure that I would be willing to do. That they would make the sacrifices to go and not see their family for years at a time in order to kind of put themselves in position to then be able to return the favor and give back to their family by improving their own lives,
When I first heard it, I was just like, nah, I couldn't believe it. I was like, nah, to the United States is crazy. When he told my mom, she was kind of scared because I was too young at that time. She didn't want to let me come here by myself.
Moulaye has a really tight-knit family. So I think the fact that even they were willing to invest in him and that he had the ambition to hop over to the other side of the world really shows what ambition he had at such a young age, because they are a close-knit family. They talk constantly. For them to let their baby go and for him to be willing to do it, I think just shows how much he wanted to jump at the opportunity.
So I went to their house. They kind of helped me figure out, speaking English and trying to learn new culture and stuff like that.
This country is very new, the language is new, and he had to make choices about, schools and which AAU teams to play for and all these different things. It was impressive how deeply he thought through what type of people he wanted to be around, who could pour into him the most, what kind of players he wanted to be surrounded with.
Man, learning another language at that stage in your life is so difficult. Yeah. And to do it when you're away from your family, I just think that in and of itself was such a cool obstacle to overcome that really laid the foundation for him being able to learn basketball at a faster rate. So he really had a lot of discipline and grit to learn English and did a great job at it.
The moment a friend becomes a real friend.
Oh, please no. Who wants to jam?
No, man. No.
Dos Equis, raise one with a real one.
I want to say the first time we probably had met Moulaye or even kind of started knowing who he was when we were way back at Arkansas State. So we kind of knew him through those channels, even when he was younger, and kind of got to follow his progression, and then obviously went to Dayton, out of prep school.
I get a lot of offers from Georgia Star. I mean, from playing AAU and stuff like that. So, and I did a lot of visits, Dayton, VCU and stuff like that. But UNT was recruiting me that time too, since I was in high school. So I remember that. I just needed a new start, honestly. I just needed a new start. I have a great support staff out there, but I just needed a new start. My first visit to UNT was incredible. Everybody was really supporting me from the jump. I knew from there that this might be my new home.
Like any transfer that comes in, you're learning a new system, you're learning a new terminology. He was always open and willing to come back and get some extra work, extra scrimmage time, and really stayed the course of, fighting off the frustration of not playing as much as he wanted to while not letting it take his spirit.
I was just ready for the moment for my number to be called. And I look at the game, I was like, from the time I was like, this game, I might, and whenever they put me in the game, I might have to step up. So like I can, I had to step up and be there for my teammate and be there for the team. And
he was ready for the moment. He kept himself ready for that moment. He had prepared, and when his number was called, and he was so committed to his teammates and so committed to just helping them win that I don't even think he viewed it as like, now it's like some big deal for me. It was just like, I just want to help these guys win. And in turn, when you're able to kind of give of yourself like that is usually when you play your best basketball.
That was such a high point, is to be a contributor during that whole NIT run and to make those big plays, diving on the floor for loose balls, getting rebounds, getting stops, and doing the stuff that doesn't show up in the stat sheet, but that he knows brings value to the team, and seeing how much pride he takes in that.
Seeing the contributions he's been able to make on the team and the NIT, like that's another one of those it was worth it moments. Yeah. And I know, his parents feel so proud, and his family, of all that he's been able to do, really, because he wasn't willing to throw in the towel.
The moment a friend becomes a real friend.
Oh, please no. Who wants to jam?
Hey, pal. Friends don't let friends be ukulele guy.
Oh, he's humming now.
I think I'm gonna be sick.
Somebody make it stop!
No, man. No.
Dos Equis, raise one with a real one.
Doing the camp back at home is really a pleasure of us. Like we really like take pride in that, helping our country, helping the community, helping the kids from back at home. Yes, I was a soccer player growing up, but after I left home and I come to the United States with a basketball opportunity, playing basketball and study at the same time. Doing those camp and helping the kids that play basketball back at home, they can be in the same shoes that I am right now, getting free education.
You saw the looks on those kids' faces and them running up and the excitement and the joy just over something that, quite honestly, a lot of us take for granted on a daily basis. Just go through and pick out which pair of shoes we want to wear. To see him be able to give back and give to those kids and see those, I mean, that is what life is about.
The women's national team in Mali had a lot of success before the men's team did, and even the women's junior national team. So that we heard that a lot, like, oh, the boys were all playing soccer, the girls could go play basketball. And it's only recently been changing where there's more and more interest on the boys' side growing up saying, I want to play basketball in Mali.
For him to be able to take that back and join his national team and then they have success that they've never had before and do things that they've never been before. It's really awesome to see that he's able to kind of take some of the experiences that he's had here and go transform that federation and help them do things that a lot of people probably didn't think they could do either.
I mean, being Nigeria represents a lot, man, because like they have won a lot of Afro championship. They went to a lot of World Cup, they went to Olympics and stuff, which we never did. We went to World Cup, we never went to Olympics. So beating those kind of teams really like help us understand that like we can do it. Like,
so to be like, man, I'm chosen to represent my country at this stage, and then to go and be competitive and beat another really, really good team that's had a lot of success from that continent is like, man, it's massive. It's just, it's incredible, to see how far he's come. And to see that he gets to represent his country on that stage and have success.
What we talk a lot about is not necessarily what you get out of life, but what you're willing to give. And his heart is all about giving. To see it come together for someone that is a great person, great teammate, and overcame a lot of adversity early on as a player, and then reap the benefits of all that work in the biggest games and the biggest moment at the biggest time is like honest. I mean, it's honestly like the coolest thing.
Sometimes I be talking to my dad about it, cause like me, remember, like you're not at home, you're in a foreign country. Just know who you are, where you come from, know your culture. Don't ever get lost.